I'm in the middle of my meditation and I had to stop. And um like I don't care that I'm in my pajamas, and I don't care that I look a mess because I've had a head cold for days. Anyway, I wanted to make the video now because I just had this thought, this idea. And it's actually an idea that continues to show up in my life and continues to inspire me and sort of push me to stretch myself, to stretch ideas. So when I was in Virginia, I used to have a meetup group, and I would deliver gallery readings, and I would also do like intuition development classes with that meetup group. And then we moved, and so I didn't obviously have that meetup group anymore. And then I had another meetup group that I created here, and that was formed to really an attempt to create a community where we could collectively meditate, and we could collectively support healing in our community, healing with each other, and healing in the universe. And so that sort of dissipated, and the interesting thing is that I feel like I sort of talked myself out of that meetup group. Oh, there's not that much interest, and people don't want to come out, and they don't want to give up their time to try and like get together, et cetera, et cetera. Just like bullshit excuses that I was making up in my mind, like inserting myself into what would be their responses to an invitation to come gather for healing. And so again, this idea came up where I want to create this group locally, in person, where we gather and we basically, for the purposes of spiritual evolution, learn, teach them how to remote view, support them in connecting more to their intuition, and and I was writing about it this morning. It says, now it's come up again, but this time around, not only intuition development, but remote viewing, collectively meditating for the purpose of healing, supporting, communicating, and investigating our ability to sense, feel, taste, smell, all the information available to us on various planes. And then I wrote to myself, why, you might ask? And that's for the purpose of spiritual evolution and gathering these people. But it's just interesting that I'm noticing now that I have been talking myself out of this idea for years that, oh, people aren't interested, and they're not going to want to contribute financially to come hear you talk. It's my ego who's making up stories about why it's not going to work. And so this is just one idea that I had, but this applies to lots of people and lots of ideas. What is one idea that you have that keeps coming up, that's repeating itself, but you keep talking yourself out of it, and you just you think, and you push it to the side, and you're like, oh, it's no big deal, or oh, it's not going to be anything or do anything or help anybody or whatever, and so today it's like, no, you know what? My ideas are worthwhile, and so long as I get out of the way, like everybody else's way and allow them to make a decision whether or not they actually want to participate. Yeah, that's up to them, but I still get to hold space and trust in my in the divine guidance I've been given, that hey, I'm going to talk about this idea and I'm going to put it out there. So that's what came up today. I had to stop my meditation like mid mid go. So I could tell you guys about this because I feel like it's not just me, and I feel like there's other ideas that you guys are having that you've been holding on to for fear that no one would be interested. So I say go for it. Talk about it. Put it out into the world. You never know. People will be interested. So there you have it. Have a great day. Love you guys. See you tomorrow.